S tier are going to be Pokemon that I think are perfect. There may not be 6 of those, but we cap the limit at 6 because A, you can only carry 6 Pokemon on a team, and B, the more Pokemon you have in S tier, the more diluted S tier becomes. So we're doing a hard cap at 6 Pokemon in S tier. A are going to be Pokemon that I love. B are going to be Pokemon that I like. C are going to be Pokemon that I have no feelings on, positive or negative. D are going to be Pokemon that I dislike but don't hate. And F are going to be Pokemon that I hate. There are going to be a lot of F tier Pokemon in this video, but there'll be even more F tier Pokemon when we do Unova. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. As I've said a bunch of times, I don't really care for middle stage starter evolutions. I don't really care for middle stage evolutions, period. Sinnoh does not have my favorite starters. However, I have grown to like the final evolutions a lot more than I used to. That being said, we're going to put Turtwig in B, Groddle in C. They don't really care either way. This guy, Torterra. My brain kept saying Honchkrow for some reason, and I know that's not Honchkrow. Chimchar is pretty cute, but I don't really like the butt fire thing, like the fart fire thing. Go watch Hoops and Hip Hop if you don't understand what I'm saying when I say fart fire. Gonna put. I don't like the red ring on. I can't think of his name, on his rear end, like the red ring where the base of his tail, because it just looks like a butthole. We can't not put Infernape in A tier. And you know what? Empoleon's going to go in A tier also. Piplup is probably the best base form of the starters, so it's going to go in A tier. I can't remember his name. He's going to go in C tier. Starly, C tier. Staravia, C tier. Staraptor, B tier, because I like the hook thing. Just like I said last time with Swellow and doing the Gen 3 list, there are better early route birds out there, especially in the newer generations. But I just had it in my brain. Staraptor is pretty cool. I do want to point out Bidoof. We're going to put him in D tier and Bibarel in F tier. I do want to point out that this list is going to be entirely subjective. It's my opinion based almost entirely off their appearance and whether or not I like their appearance. It's a totally subjective thing. So if you dislike my opinion, feel free to sound off in the comments. Just be respectful about it. Don't be nasty in the comments. Dilly Whoop will go in the F tier because I genuinely hate the way it looks. Shinx is going to go in B tier. Luxio, C tier. Luxray, A tier. I don't like the star on Luxray's tail. Like, I get that it's supposed to be a constellation, but I just because I get it doesn't mean I like it, and I don't like it. Badoo is kind of a waste of time. Roserade, I do like better than Roselia in Gen 3. Cranidos. We're gonna put that in C. We're gonna put it right here. Rampardos, I'll be honest, Rampardos looked a lot better before I saw it in 3D. When I first saw it in 3D, and I think it was BDSP, like ever since I saw Rampardos in BDSP, I've hated it ever since. I hate the fact that where like the bulb on its head, where its head goes flat in, and then you get the bulb. Shieldon, I'm gonna put him here. Bastiodon, I don't know how to say it. I hate Bastiodon. Not more than I hate Bibarel, though. But yeah, there we go. Burmy, don't really care anything about. Wormadam, don't really like. Mothim, don't really like. Combee, I think Combee's pretty cool. Vespiquen is pretty cool. Pachirisu, don't really care one way or the other about Pachirisu. Buizel, couldn't really care less about Buizel. Floatzel is an okay design. It's going to be at the very bottom of B tier. Cherubi, I don't know. I think Cherubi is pretty cool. Like, I don't know. Cherim, don't really like Cherim all that much. Probably like him better than Monferno and Chimchar. These guys are going to go down in D tier, Ambipom. I put Apom straight in the trash when I did Gen 2. Ambipom, gonna go straight in the trash. Ambipom is probably my least favorite Pokemon, like, of all time. I absolutely hate it. Drifloon and Drifblim, though, I like them. Drifblim is gonna go B tier. Drifblim is gonna go A tier. Funeary is gonna go in C tier. Lopunny is gonna go in C tier. This Magius is going to go in high A tier, behind the starters. Hot Crow is going to go A tier, behind the starters. Glameow and Perugla is going to go in D tier. Glameow, you know what? No, I'm going to put Glameow in D tier too, because I don't like it. Chimchar, I'm going to put high C tier. No. Now, you know what? I had a negative reaction to Chimchar. Chingling is going to go in C tier. Stunky and Skunk takes D tier. Bronzor is pretty cool. Put that in low B tier. Bronzong. Oh, I'm gonna refresh this in my internet. It's gonna be Bronzong is pretty cool. One of the first shinies I ever got in Go when I started playing it again a few years ago was Bronzong. Bonsley, I do not like Bonsley's butthole. It's gonna go in the D tier. Mime Jr., I strongly dislike. F tier. Chansey, Blissey. I can never remember this guy's name. I know I don't like it, though. I know it's useless, so D tier it is. Chatot is going to go in D tier, because I'm not a fan of the color scheme of Chatot. Like, if Chatot had a different color scheme, and like a less colorful color scheme, or a less contrastic color scheme, I would like it better, probably. I just feel like the colors on Chatot clash, so I don't really like that. That doesn't matter. Spiritomb is S tier. If you disagree, then you're simply wrong. You know what? Gabite, I'm not going to put Gabite that high up. That's not Gabite, that's Gibble. Gabite is going to go A tier. Garchomp, I'm not a huge fan of Garchomp. I've used it on playthroughs of Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum while I'm doing my living decks, but I'm not a huge fan of Garchomp. It's probably one of my... Garchomp is probably the bottom 3 of my least... I'm on my list of pseudos from best to worst. It's probably the bottom 3. So Riolu, he's going to go in B tier, because Riolu's pretty cool. He's going to go towards the top B tier. Lucario, I will say there's one thing I don't like about Lucario. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Lucario in general. The one thing I don't like about Lucario is that its thighs are so wide, and then they just cut, and then its legs are so skinny. So it looks like it's wearing like blue cargo shorts, and I hate that because it's supposed to be an animal. So let's see what we got. Hippopotas is going to go straight to D tier. Hippowdon's going to go straight to D tier. I don't know how you'd make a good-looking hippo Pokemon, but I know Hippopotas and Hippowdon aren't it. Skorupi is going to go in B tier. I forget this dude's name too. I know I don't like him all that much. Like, he's going to go high D tier. No, it's a pretty unique design. Krogunk is going to go there. Toxicroak is going to go low B tier. Drapion, that's his name. Carnivine is going to go F tier. I didn't mean to put Munchlax in F tier. I think that was that blank one I was moving around earlier while my internet was crap. But now that I see where he is, I'm going to move him to high D tier. Because, like, I don't mind Munchlax. I just feel like it was just like with Baby Clefairy. I just feel like Munchlax was pointless, was useless. Finneon, I think, is pretty cool. Finneon, I like the color scheme Finneon has going, so we're going to put it low B tier. Luminion, I feel like they could have done more with. So we're going to go behind Cherub. Mantike is really cute for being a baby Mantine. And I get that I'm being inconsistent with some baby Pokemon I like, some baby Pokemon I don't like. Some baby Pokemon I find are useless, and some baby Pokemon I like. You know, it's just my subjective opinion. Snover, I couldn't care less either way about. Abomasnow. I like Abomasnow's look, but I hate how useless Abomasnow is. So it's going to go very, very low B tier. Weavile is going to go there. You know what? We're going to move Torterra up. There we go. Magnezone, I really don't like. I feel like it's too bulky and bonky looking. I feel like it's too bulky. Like, I don't know what I would have wanted for an evolution to Magneton. I don't know if maybe like 5 Magnezones put together, 5 Magnemites put together would have been pretty cool looking. I don't like the I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the like drone flying saucer look that Magnezone has. Licky, straight trash. Rhyperior. Rhyperior is gonna be high A tier because Rhyperior would be perfect if not for the orange plates that make it look like it's balding. That makes it look like a old balding man, an aging bald guy. And I don't like the crotch, the orange plate over its crotch. I am almost to the end, and I've got one S tier. Like Rhyperior looks great. I don't like the way those orange plates are placed on its body, on its head. The arm thing is really cool. Tangrowth is okay. It does well for me in Pokemon Go, but I don't think Tangrowth was necessary. And I feel like there's a lot more imagination that could have been put into Tangrowth. Electivire. Electivire is going to be S tier. Magmortar. If they fixed Magmortar's mouth and made it less, like, I get that it's a duck, but if they made it less ducky, like its face less ducky looking, it would be S tier. It's from the neck down. Magmortar looks awesome. I don't know. It also kind of looks like an egg. You know what? It's gonna go low. Don't you like how I convinced myself to lower Pokemon standards in real time? His body looks kind of like an egg, and that's kind of weird. Like Electivire looks more like an abominable creature than either Magmortar or Abomasnow. Electivire looks terrifying. Togekiss, I said this in the Johto video. I don't really care for Togekiss. Like, it's gonna go D tier. I like Togekiss, but I don't like how wide it is. I kind of feel like Togetic should have evolved into more like a fairy bird and less like an egg bird, if that makes sense. They made a slimmed down version of Togekiss, it'd probably jump straight up to A or S tier for me. Yanmega is not the worst Pokemon I've ever seen. I do want it to get a Mega Evolution in Legend ZA, because I do want Mega Yanmega to be a real thing, but I do hate the way Yanmega looks. Leafeon, I really hated Leafeon when I first saw it like a decade ago. But I have, it's become one of my favorite evolutions. Same with Glaceon. I don't know. Every evolution is great. It's fantastic in my opinion. Again, my opinion. Feel free to disagree. Gliscor. I do not like Gliscor. I think I don't like its color scheme more than anything. If it kept Gligar's color scheme, I might like it better. Mamoswine is really cool. It's going to go A tier. Porygon Z is absolutely S tier. I don't know why. Porygon is one of my favorite lines. It's creating a digital Pokemon to explore space and later cyberspace. It's just a really cool concept. I really love all three of the Porygon evolutions, or the entire Porygon line. And Porygon Z is no exception to that. Galate is probably gonna go in S tier for me. Probopass, straight trash. Dusk Noir, S tier. You know what? This S tier video this S tier is gonna end up being a lot harder than I thought. Frostlass S tier. Galate is gonna drop down to A tier because I know what's gonna go up in its place. Rotom is gonna go. Why is Victini in here? Victini is not a Gen 4 Pokemon. Jesus Christ. We're gonna put Rotom mid A tier. I do not like the sprites. Uxie, Azelf, and Mesprit, I do not like the sprites. They're I don't know. Mesprit looks like if you asked a 4-year-old to draw Mew from memory. The first time I saw the Lake Spirits, I was just like, really? That's what this generation's mythicals look like? Dialga, I will say I have grown to like it a lot more over the years, but not enough to be an A tier. Palkia. I still don't like Palkia's neck. I saw something on Twitter the other day. It was like Palkia was laying down. It was almost like a dinosaur. Well, it was like laying down on all fours, and it was really long, and it had like a hump, like a hunch on its back. It looked almost like an alligator or like a dinosaur, like a Spinosaurus. That was an S tier Palkia design. If I can find it, I'll put it on the screen and credit the Twitter user that I saw it on. But that Palkia is an S tier design. This Palkia, B tier. I mean, it's better than the Centurion Horse Palkia, but it's still, it's better than the Palkia we got in Legends of Arceus, but it's still crap. Heatran is straight garbage. There we go. Poke Satan will go. What? How did I get Glaceon? Where'd Poke Satan go? Poke Satan will go into high mid A tier. Sometimes I look at Giratina and I really love it. Sometimes I look at Giratina and I hate it. Cresselia, I think it's going to go in S tier because Cresselia is, I don't know. Something about the way Cresselia looks is just a really cool design. Like Cresselia looks like, we're going to put these guys in next to their lake sprites. Cresselia is like the better version of the Peking duck that Porygon 2 was going for, if that makes sense. Like Cresselia looks like a better Porygon 2, which I know sounds stupid, but shut up. Darkrai is going to go A tier. Darkrai is going to go A tier. What is going on with my computer? Come on, Darkrai, sit still. There you go. Shaman. I like Skyform Shaman, so it's going to go A tier. I don't like Hedgehog Shaman, but I do like Skyform Shaman. Arceus, I've gone, kind of like with Regigigas, I've gone back and forth with Arceus. But currently, right now, I still don't like Arceus. Like it looks like a fucking llama that got stuck in a fence. Like it's for being like the top Pokemon of all time, Arceus just looks kind of stupid. But here it is. This is my Generation 4 tier list of all the Pokemon. Victini is not a Gen 4 Pokemon. I don't know why it's there. This is my tier list, top to bottom, left to right, of all the Gen 4 Pokemon that were introduced in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, not including various forms and such. Let me know down in the comment section if you agree with this, if you like it, if you don't like it. In the comments section, let me know what one Pokemon you would take out of S tier and what you would swap it with. If you think Arceus should be an S tier, swap it out with Cresselia. Or if you think that Spiritomb should drop down to F tier and be swapped with Mime Jr. Or if you think Yen Mega should be swapped with Porygon Z. Let me know what one Pokemon you would swap with S tier. And like I said, feel free to disagree in the comments. That's completely fine. Just be respectful and don't be nasty in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, especially if you made it this far. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good week. Peace.